himself out.
Yeah, that's good news for him. As
I say that, John, it's like there might be a bit of a play. There's the Fisher, Spirit Siphon as well. The gun with the Enchant Totem. It's a lot of damage coming up, but he does not commit the Echo yet. Now still waiting for Insania. Is there with the Curse. Boxy aligned throughout all this. They want to turn this one around. There's the call as well. Echo still there, so he won't use it. He'll just enchant out, but it won't be enough to battle. In fact, he does use it in the end. He'll bind Boxy for the trade. Insania will go ahead and take out 33. A very close call. I'm impressive by Alliance to even find that kill, to, judging by how low the axe got, but fortunately for them, they still end up losing that core.
I don't think it was even the slam that damaged him out? It was the enchant right click, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then he just cast the right before dying. A bit of a shame, but again, I don't see either team really breaking into a massive team fight anytime soon. They're both taking it slow. Alliance wanting the Lone Druid, wanting that Morphling to find the farm they need. MP waiting on that troll to get big, and waiting for Fata to start group pressuring towers.
So they're going to go in onto Ace mid lane. More worried. Yeah, Ace got a lot of damage, but we'll be there to heal him up. On top lane, it looks like they're going to make a play onto Koi for Spirit Bear again, but Koi does manage to get it out in time. So we'll set it up 3-2 in minutes of this game. NIP not backing off from this top lane. They will continue applying pressure. So trying to find the Burrow Strike, but against the Sandstorm instead. At the very least, so that is max level Sandstorm, so it is a fair bit of damage to pump out.
Definitely is, and that should help him at least. If he wants, from the jungle or something, but otherwise not the most useful spell. They actually need a bit more control coming out of this Rubik, unless they're just going to rely completely on PT3, of course.
Well, Lions, they get massive pickups in terms of items now. He gets his blink, and so does Tiger. In fact, Tiger going to go for the Epicenter straight onto Fada. Has the burrow there as well. It's a lot of damage, so Fada still survives. But here comes no false promise is there from PPD. I believe that will make sure he does end up surviving in the end. There will not be enough damage coming out from the Lions to finish the job off. Meanwhile, though, mid lane Pointer has been pushing in with that Spirit Bear. Ace will be there to defend.
Radiant's bottom tower
it looks like
is under
both sides.
attack.
Well, they're just going to try and secure this top banner rune. Sandstorm, maybe too intimidated to jump on though. No Tiger jumps. Now the Enchant Totem though will end up getting the bounty on Suxer anyway, and they'll find a kill for the trouble.
Yeah, a bit of a greedy play coming out from Alliance. Of course, going for that rune when more than likely having vision, at least enough time to plant vision, and not paying off. And it comes back to that blink reveal as well. Didn't quite pay off for Alliance, and that's not a great sign. We've seen a bit more success from 33, but it's Ag's reveal. So the tempo is starting to peel away from Alliance, but are leading in terms of net very slightly, around about 2k lead for them. But it definitely feels like NIP have the tools to really take over now.
Well, Alliance, they do manage to also find that tier 1 mid-tower thanks to Koifa, so that is a big win as well for them. Looks like NIP are going to try and go for a bit of a trade with the top tier 1, but we all know it's not quite as valuable. Though, 33 going to jump onto Tiger. They don't have detection. Radiant structure. Want to commit the Echo Slam for that kill. Probably wouldn't have been enough anyway. Anyways, meanwhile, Fox are doing the exact same thing bot lane. It does start a sentry wall in place.
Has been denied.
But they will end up getting that tier 1 tower in the end up at the top lane as well from NIP. Tiger have the Epicenter about 2 seconds, so he does stick around for an opportunity in the bot lane. But he is going to jump in with the Fisher and the Enchant, the Winter's Curse immediately coming out, and now they might retaliate with the call. Boxy, he jumps in and finds both of them. It's a lot of damage. He's gone. Sunset as well. Falling low. They get the lift off Boxy. Just trying to run away from Vana right now. Mickey was falling low as well, but he'll morph into 33's early Jacob and should be okay in the end. Looks like he will be as well. They won't have the damage output, although PPD, if he could find the Purifying Flames right now, it may be enough, but looks like Mickey was too far away in the end.
Yeah, and we are starting to see the effects of we mentioned from draft, Mickey having that option for him, turn into the Shaker. It's just going to be really scary, even at this point in the game. That enchant is doing so much more for the Morphling than it is for the Shaker in terms of raw damage. And Mickey's just going to enjoy it every single time 33 is on the map.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alliance pushing into top tier 1 now. Koifa again just taking full advantage of the fact that he has the Spirit Bear. If he almost has the full Radiance up as well. Using that Sacred Runic against that T1. Yules will come up now on Far and 33. Look to set up with the rest of his team on Koifa. The smoke will be broken, but Richard does connect on both. Now the Fortress end as well though. Tiger can't really save his teammate. Echo committed. The Bear won't be there in time. In fact, they found the Bear and Koifa. You get that extra +3 gold out of that. Mickey does manage to get the T1 tower while all that was going on. So Alliance, they are still securing a lot of map control with these tower kills. Boxy mid lane falling very low though. Fada being taken down by Insania. They won't have a way to lock him down. Tiger, he tries to go for ace but misses the Burrow Strike as well. And that'll settle it. 5-3, 18 minutes in. And again, both teams just trying to secure farm. Alliance though does lead with a 4k net worth lead.
They are bleeding a bit more map control. I mean, it certainly does feel that way. They have more towers, but Alliance just feels like they aren't going into these fights quite well. We're not seeing the good initiation come out yet. It does show in the skill board, a kill board, 5-3 now. But kills don't really matter as long as you maintain that network lead. We'll see if it completely pays off for Alliance here.
Ball onto 33 top lane. Zap Stroke immediately thrown up, but not dealing with damage. And now the Epicenter. But they couldn't get the Burrow Strike off thanks to that silence from Far. Santa trying to get himself out. He steals the Burrow Strike for himself. Mickey gonna jump in. There is no Echo this time around, but they do end up melting 2 already, and now they want Insania as well. In fact, Sansa, he was losing his life to Boxy, but they are gonna end up losing Insania in the end. And the only man left around there is Boxy, who's just trying to find a way out of this situation. Like he may just have found it. He doesn't have a TP, but at least it will mean he does not die.
And that is their tier 2 going to be pressured up. NIP, they might be able to take it as well. As Koifa going back, he's probably just going to pressure this bot tier 2 as well. So it's going to be a trade at best for Alliance. But that tier 2 up top is just melting too fast.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top
See
tower
if
has
side of NIP do plan to go back and bend that. Of course, Ace already taken down that too. NIP to go mid lane, and 33 will take care of the Spirit Bear bot lane. So they will get the Yules off. Can they actually deal with Boxy though? PPD holding him in place as well. No Winter's Curse to come out because of the silence though. He does have time. Cold Embrace will make it though. It won't be enough. And now Ace still doing this with Insania. He commits the curse now, but he probably isn't going to survive anyway. He does get Purifying Flames on him, and he does lose his love.
Yeah, again, just team fights not working out the way of Alliance, but on paper, they have a lot more heroes that can work those team fights, right? Sure, you're playing into really 33, but that last fight did not hit him. And it's still not working out for Alliance.
Certainly isn't. NIP now feeling so confident that going with the Exorcism in that mid lane. And I mean, that's one thing we never really talked about too much throughout this game, number 3, but the push potential from Fada is just massive. And of course, they are working around that cooldown rather well. Blade Mail, though, come out onto Boxy now, but
Dire's middle
does have that against Ace. Epicenter comes down, it will connect onto Fada. It's a lot of damage, but again, the false promise is there for PPD, and they found the X, so Ace does go down. He gets bursted there by Mickey. Now Tiger gonna try and set up onto Fada, but he's back up to full HP. He'll start to stir his life. Cold Embrace will be there onto Tiger to keep him alive. It looks like NIP just went back with 33. He'll jump in again. Meanwhile, Mickey and Boxy there straight onto PPD, and they'll get the kill. Now Fada as well, just trying to make a run for it. It looks like 33 just going to the back by himself. They are still chasing Fada on this axe. Sania trying to find some kind of lock on Fada. He'll end up losing his life. Wiper's Bear will get there eventually. Nice to have a draw onto the Rubik. Sansa will have to forfeit his life. More heroes going down for the side of NIP and Alliance. That's the team fight we were talking about. That's exactly what they needed to get done.
That's the initiation they need. They need to find a trolling backline. They need to follow up, immediately and go for PPD. Once you secure that, watch your spacing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Watch your spacing. And if you don't give 33 an opportunity to get that Echo Slam, they lose so much in the team fights. Like, sure, you're playing into Exorcism, but again, they're probably going to just pop that for the push. When it's going back in, when it's out, you can take these fights really clean, as long as you don't call up for 33 to drop that big slam.
Now, as bad as that team fight didn't going for an IP, they did end up finishing the tier. They got what they came for, but Alliance was there with great punishment. In fact, speaking of 33, trying to find this axe once again. Going to check the Roshan hit. Alliance aren't trying to take a sneaky Rosh. Looks like Koif is just going to be set up to start pushing that bot wave once again. Good at this whole game is just making sure NIP never feel comfortable to go past the river and actually try to find anything on the map any longer. Of course, with that Radiance on the bear, it just makes it so easier to keep all these lanes pushed out.
Definitely does, and again, that's the power of the Lone Druid. We've seen it great effect in a lot of games, and Koifa has set himself up quite nicely. That Radiance, of course, a lot of work. I'm wondering whether or not he'll keep going for the bear build. It looks like he will go for the Vlads first. That's still pretty open build, doesn't quite what you could really take, but still quite open in the itemization of this LD.
5 as well. Almost going to be up on Mickey on that Morphling now. That should help with the survivability, but as well as that DPS from the Morphling. Ace trying to finish the BKB, but they will smoke up before he does get the goal to finish. It looks like they really want to try and pick off Koifa at that bot lane and get rid of this pesky low broad. And they cut him off in time.
A talisman against long odds.
So for him, Disher will be there in time. He won't hit that quite yet though. Salmon draw is nice. 33 though jumps in with the enchant totem. There's really no way for Koifa to go here, and it looks like he will just end up falling. He doesn't have any teammates to help him out either. Nice pick off there by NIP. The mid lane, it looks like there is a chase onto Farah. They will not be able to get the job done though.
Under attack.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame you lose out in your LD, but again, they are really just throwing him out alone to split push, not in the best position to really counter that. They don't even have any wards to watch the path for Koifa, so it's just bound to fall with that pretty greedy play. At the same time, it does buy a lot of space on the map for the rest of the lines.
Dire are scanning.
Might be a fight down that bot rune spot. In fact, I'm going to try and get started. But he does, in fact, go to the back lines. He does, but the bot promise one thing onto Sixer. Bot embrace as well. Mickey trying to deal with the exorcism, but they've lost Tiger already. Now Zarks are going to be chased down by one. Nightfall will secure that kill. Lions trying to follow even more. Ace thinking about turning around, but doesn't look great. NIP any longer, but just both balls really going down that team side. Nothing too special.
Yeah, it's just a trade there. We managed to at least force out that Epicenter to no great effect again, once again. So it's a pretty nice win for NIP. At the same time, they did come with the Exorcism.
Go again, maybe. Alliance waiting on the low ground. NIP might be ready for this. They'll start off with the shot. Cold Embrace will be there on boxing. This is going to stop right-clicking though, and then Thunder will come in. So Alex is pretty nice. They do have the first available. They'll just have to wait off that silence. Now they will go on to Mickey. Has more to the Death Prophet once again. 33 trying to find an opportunity as the Winter's Curse. Meanwhile, Ace is still chasing and finds it thereof. Call though will not save the day quite yet. Mickey copying so much damage, but there is the Cold Embrace just holding him down and healing him up. Can he survive? This is just so much shooting out of Ace. He's trying his best to get out. There's the Echo from 33. He'll find Tiger, the Spirit Bear, and the Morphling. It looks like Tiger, though, will remain alive along with that Spirit Bear. They'll get Tiger as well. A double coming up for Ace. Alliance just sticking around a bit too long on that low ground, and NIP is taking.
Alliance really can't afford to take these fights in such tight spots when NIP has vision in them. As long as NIP knows where they are, 33 will just jump in and do everything he needs to do. And now that Roche going away of NIP.
Roshan. Alliance, can they actually arrange to counter this? Doesn't look they'll even try and bother. They do push in that bot lane, so at least the tier 3s are copying a fair bit from siege creep. IP though, they're in time to defend.
Radiant's bottom tower
In alliance.
is under attack.
They know this is going on, but with the heroes down, there's just nowhere to get them to counter this. And Aang just go to the one base, that is the first Roshan of the game.
Radiant's middle tower is under
This,
attack.
with that BKB and the Aegis, Ace is starting to become a super big problem here on the side of Alliance.
It definitely is. I think even just the fact that the entire time that fight broke out, Mickey just had no mana. The defusal on the right clicks of the troll just burning his entire pool, and that just meant he couldn't really do as much even if he lived true when he was met strength morph. You just don't have any way of popping yourself some more mana to waveform out, maybe cast a spell, maybe stun off. You just can't, and it is going to be an issue here for Mickey as the game goes on. He is building towards that Scotty, just about 400 gold, 300 gold left. So once that should help him out a fair bit, a lot more stats to play with. Doesn't quite make me confident yet. Like, we're not seeing the burst coming out from keeping around. He is going more on raw stats, and it does raise questions whether or not you can handle Ace at this point.
Ace is, again, here. Thing is, later this game goes on, the more effective this falling will be. Generally speaking, the trolls do tend to drop off a bit. And now setting up in the mid lane, it seems. Perhaps thinking about a smoke attempt here. APD is currently holding one from the Oracle. But they want to focus on that tier 1 and tier 2 tower down at the bot lane. Of course, all ultimates are up for both sides, so Lions still going to be in a position to defend if they do wish. They are still ahead in net worth as well by 3k. The problem is, if you lose your whole team and you lose those tier 1 and tier 2 towers, IP won't hesitate to go up the high ground as well.
Definitely so. At the very least, Koipa is again just being menacing with his bear, kind of doing those tier 2s up top. That's to kind of stall the push down bot.
Yeah, that's gonna, 3 rotations down. They will get the spirit there, but Koipa's gonna be happy about that. Well, I think gonna lose the tier 1. It seems like that there are some heroes rotating in. Try and take down the creep wave. Just stopping that bot push will buy Mickey a lot more time on the Morphling. Speaking of Mickey, it looks like he might go for engagement here on Ace. He does get started with that Eye of Skadi. Fortune's End, though, will come out, but they jump straight up the Oracle, but they want to get rid of him immediately, and they do. Ace just wanting to get out safely. Boxy misses the call. Had he received that call perfect, that may have been Ace just dead.
Regeneration!
That's a nice kick there for the side of Alliance. And without that Oracle on the field, it's going to make you feel a lot more comfortable. You know the side of NIP probably not going to go for some kind of gank without that 5 Veil.
Definitely so. The one thing is that the respawn times right now are low. The PPD is going to be back up in roughly 10 seconds.
They've got Ace control the core as well. They're going to burst him down. He did have the Aegis, and now the limitations are coming in from the side of NIP. Ace, they will not jump him again. It looks like he'll go ahead and go up to Insania and send him to the decision later. Meanwhile, 33 going on to the floor. They lift him up. Insania, Cold Embrace is there, and now he's in a burrow straight. PPD, the nice Cold Embrace, Winter's Curse will be there, but Ace is already battle fronts up. It looks like he will be able to at least one, and that is Mickey down. Bar picks that one up. Boxy trying to turn around and find some kind of kill, but he will not find it. Don't find another on this axe. They did commit the Exorcism, and it looks like they are going to try and rush the mid lane while they're still up, but I don't believe they'll have enough time.
Yeah, it was pretty costly to fight for Alliance. Again, you lose Mickey when you really shouldn't be losing it at this point in the game. You have to be a bit more conservative with this morph. Other ground is going to be under threat, and Troll does melt these towers quite fast.
No buybacks about Mickey, so he won't have the option to try and come in and help. May not even need it. The Tiger, just with the Stackstorm, is going to be pretty annoying to try and go into. Hofer, of course, will be there with his bear. And NIP, looks like they're satisfied with that small amount of damage they did. Those without the Aegis, they won't won't be as confident trying the high ground.
Looks like right now Alliance is really just kind of lacking in damage. Sure, when they get that jump on one hero isolated like Ace, they can burst him down, but every single time they go for this move, it's just that NIP coalesces on their location, and suddenly that big 5v5, you've already blown up most of your stuns, your damage is certainly lacking. They have to translate that one takeout into an immediate fight fast, and burst everyone else down. They do smoke up, but Roshan's not going to be up. They might go hunting.
Smoke on smoke. Zarks will break the smoke first. Now he's going to run straight in on Insania, but the cold break is three. He'll find the Echo. The Mickey and see they've already burst out Insania, but now the Epicenter from Tiger. It will come out onto PPD. He'll survive the moment. Ace, he'll get called up, but 33 is there to help out. It's a 1-for-1 fight so far. Barter, he's trying to deal with the Morphling, who's still in live. Meanwhile, Ace, he will end up getting boxed. It looks like they found Tiger as well, the Sand King. Was Barter full, but 33 would straight on top of him. Tiger, can he get himself out? He does have the Sandstorm, but he's silenced up. It looks like they want the Spirit Bear instead. What the hell not? In fact, they hit the Fisher as well. Mickey actually finding Sansa with the Burrow Strike, and now another Burrow Strike. Tiger, they'll find another onto Ace. That was a massive burn coming out from the Sand King. Barter force the BKB up, and Mickey will continue the right clicks. No lucky entangle coming out from the Spirit Bear. It looks like it was a 3-2 trade, and it does end up favoring Alliance in the end.
I mean, I'm surprised by the results of that fight. It just looked like Alliance had a shaky opening, and, you know, they copped a bit too much, but in the end, the fight does work out in their favor. They managed to find Ace, and they're going to be able to take this tier 2 now down mid.
So, yeah, it's such a quick process with that Spirit Bear. In fact, Ace that buyback if Alliance realizes may want to pressure a bit more, but they don't want to lose that Spirit Bear again. 33 will jump on it. Cold Embrace will be there to help. Fortune's in the just going to root it in place, so he should be able to get it out this time, and he does.
So it does look like Alliance will just go back to farming up. They have White in their back 3k, 4k around that area fluctuating, and the key thing is going to be that E-Blade coming out from Mickey. Now, once he has that, they will not be want for damage. They're going to have enough damage to burst any single hero now. They can just jump PPD and take him out of the fight. And it feels like Alliance is prioritizing their targets right. When they take PPD out, you can't really expect the sustain to be there for NIP.
The smoke Alliance, so they run into PPD as well. Tiger, smoke broken. They do find Sarks. I don't think see them bouncing into this one that they pay. Sarks falling down. The Fisher will come out 33. They do decide they want to find Ace. Wolf has started on Bear. The Mickey already taking out one on the Rubik. 33 now. Gonna be KP up. Trying to find an Echo Slam target. He won't fall on quite yet. And Mickey is just hitting up on this Earthshaker. Meanwhile, the PPD just trying to deal with the act. But now he gets called up. The Spirit Bear as well. It looks like he will just be sacrificial for the side of his team. The rest of NIP just trying to back out of there ASAP. So it looks like Mickey is not done. He fought off the Burrow Strike before, and now at 3-3 will not be able to get up. The Adaptive Strike does pop him through the jump. 3 more for the side of NIP, though all heroes do have buyback available. But they may just force down here.
Alliance is in a tight spot though. They have to watch that slam.
He shot up, then a set up. But keeping with that Spirit Bear, just wanting to burst down that Rax Ace. Looks like they are going 33. Control the bear. They'll take it down first. Oh no, Ace. He found a call onto Ace, but the Echo not there yet. There was a bonus strike just beforehand from Tiger. Now the Echo's there in the back line. But 33, he can't do all the job himself. Ace, however, he's dealt with one in boxing. He is going to go straight after Tiger next. Now Alliance is to back the hell out of the Mickey. He gets his TP cancelled. They can chase him down now. Those illusions are going to slow down 33, and the Spirit Bear also to scare them away.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Well, as a good defense, they did end up losing that melee barracks, however, as well as the tier 3 tower. They were forced to buy back multiple times. Alliance probably going to be very satisfied with that.
Definitely so. Like, that's everything they wanted. They just wanted to take that tier 3 out. They wanted to at least take the racks out. That gives them a lot more control on the map. That means, you know, one is just going to constantly push out the way of Alliance now, which means that Koitka can just split push with his bear much more efficiently, focusing on just 2 side lanes, and it is, cementing Alliance's lead a bit more. 6k net worth lead now at 37 minutes in. Not very big at this point in the game. It's significant. Like, you are starting to see Miki basically become uncontrollable. I'm surprised we're not seeing the BKB button morph. Like, he is certainly playing on the edge, but it has been paying off.
Certainly has. We are going to have to wait for Boxy to reconnect this game. Of course, there was a few lag complaints. NIP setting up for the Roshan pit now. It is just PPD there for the moment, but without those heroes available on the side of Alliance, they won't be able to counter this Roche unless they are willing to throw those buybacks out. So you'd imagine Alliance does not want to really give away this Aegis and the cheese. And again, you don't really want to have to force the buybacks as well. You lose the next team fight with no buybacks available. That is probably at least 1 rack going down.
Definitely so. So it's going to be key here for Alliance on that Roche. If they're going to go for it, again, they could probably do it with 3 heroes, but they have to land a max of Winter's Curse.
Well, there's the buybacks. They do not want to mess around with this. They have to try and defend this Roshan. They're only 1 racks ahead. Can't really risk giving this away though. 33, gonna any kind of blink in. In fact, he'll just jump in and scout out everybody for himself, but he's gone. That's the dieback on the Earthshaker. And he's trying to help out. He was just too late to the party, and now he's being caught. Pause? Unpause? Pause again. Probably just a bit of a misclick there from Ace.
Yeah. This is a rough spot. They didn't really do enough damage in that rush to keep fighting there, and translate into it, they don't really have control without 33. Ace is in a very awkward spot. He might commit the BKB to run, but they still have great control here.
BKB gonna have the false props available in about a second. So is there as well, but I do agree the main form control isn't there. Dota is rotating in as well on the Death Prophet, but needs 5 seconds for the exorcism and really doesn't want to commit. Alliance though, you look at Boxy, doesn't have the blink, doesn't have the call available, but about 7 seconds for those two. Again though, if he finds the entangle, they won't need any of that. Not till later on. Be 8 seconds for the respawn of the sanking as well. Also, they'll have that follow-up if the side of NIP do opt to engage right now, but it certainly doesn't seem like the smartest idea.
It is going to be a rough time. Like that high ground defense is... It's really hard without 33, and another thing is that you don't quite have buyback gold on Ace. If he falls here, your defense is down to 3 heroes without your safe lane carry.
Certainly are. We do have the ready call now. The Ethereum comes out from Mickey, but nice face eating from PPD. Mickey, gonna move straight up to PPD immediately. The false promise comes out, but Winter's Curse will hold them down. But gonna have to commit the exorcism. It seems like the Boxy, he found the ball. They're gonna keep chasing on to PPD. That's 3 heroes now with no buyback on the side of NIP, and this is looking really bad for the side of the rating. Really good for the side of Alliance. So Mickey waiting a long time. But that was a strange motion from him. Meanwhile, they found Barter as well on the best profit. They clean him up. There'll be 2 buybacks coming up from NIP, but that's all they have. And a lot of times they realize how close they are to pulling this off. They go straight for these 4s. You defend this. But he'll get started with the Spirit Slide. Aeon Disc will be prompted. There's the Exorcism coming out as well though. Boxy, he found the call. Here comes Mickey with damage as well. Barter, he might end up falling. He duels himself up, but he should go down here. Mickey looking for the burrow. He might even need, but he does end up finding Barter. He's on a godlike streak now. GG. NIP get upset by Alliance. And John, that does mean a lot all the way to the final close qualifier. Of course, NIP, they won't be out of the qualifier. They'll just go to the lower bracket, see if they can pull their way back into these qualifiers. But still, you've got to be pretty happy for a lot of people did not believe in this team to be able to put up a